What is up, guys? Ace here from Fit to Play Games, and welcome back to Video Games Lost and Video Games Regained, where I talk about video games that I used to own in my collection but somehow lost it along the way and somehow managing to get it back into my collection. But today's video game is still inside this box, so we're gonna go ahead and check this out. But before we get inside this box, if you like these types of videos that I make where I re-add back old games that I used to own in my collection, then consider giving this video a thumbs up. And also, if you want to continue supporting the channel and this is your first time here and you like it, then consider subscribing to the channel so we can get even bigger. But with that being said out of the way, let's go ahead and get inside this box. Alright guys, so now that we've gotten the pleasantries out of the way, let's just unbox this thing. Now, I did get this from Goodwill's online services. You know, they do have a pretty fantastic website where you can buy different video games or bid on some video games that they have in stock, which is pretty fantastic, because then sometimes they would have those games that, you know, are not common, you won't commonly find around, like, you know, the retro gaming store or even GameStop. So anyway, let's go ahead and welcome this title back. Ooh, it's a lot of pink things, but I guess Goodwill is doing a really great job with their packaging. The game's inside, and there's nothing else, no paperwork whatsoever. So before we welcome this back, let's get it out of the gigantic bubble wrap. I didn't realize they were gonna come out with the bubble wrap here. Nope, not quite done yet. So guys, I am proud to say and welcome Tomba 2 back into my PlayStation 1 collection. Now, the original Tomba and Tomba 2 were really great titles that was created by Whoopee Games for the original PlayStation. And before we go in further inside Tomba 2, the manual looks pristine. There's no wearing or any type of folding. Well, not really. It's not as perfect as you want it to be, but there's a little fold there. But if you look at it from the front, it looks very minty, brand new. Manual. The original case has seen some better days. It does have some cracks in here, but the back looks fairly clean to me, aside from this Goodwill sticker. And we look at the CD. This is great because the PlayStation 1 did come out with a lot of graphic styled CDs for the games, and the very first Tomba, which is I'm trying to get a hold of too as well, has the original silver but with different colored names spelling the name of Tomba. Very clean, crisp looking CD. It's super clean. I'm very impressed that this game is in this condition. The Tomba games for the PlayStation 1 was really fun to play. It was truly different. It had a lot of different mechanics that made you kind of like a crazy person while you're running around in the entire game as Tomba. But I really believe that it is a true PlayStation 1 classic game that every single collector out there should have in their collection, or at least kept it in their collection. If you're like me, you ended up selling yours, now it's kind of like zonk in the head because most of these games are super expensive. I wish I would have gotten Tomba 2 for 40 bucks, but unfortunately guys, I paid $87 for it. Luckily I won the bid. Nobody tried to bid over 100 for it, but still I just wish it was cheaper. But anyway, Tomba 2, when I played it for the very first time back on the PlayStation 1, it immediately reminded me of 3 wonderful games that I've also played back in the past, while before the whole PlayStation 1 boom. I played the Donkey Kong. That immediately reminded me of the Donkey Kong games, the Zelda Majora's Mask for the N64, and the Sonic the Hedgehog games on Sega. Like, I feel like the entire Tomba games have some of those elements from those games put into that game, which is Tomba, with their own twist of character, which is really good, because there's a bunch of different controls that you can do for Tomba. He can learn different moves, and it's just so much things to do in the map. And in a certain map or certain area in the game, there's just so many things to do. And I feel like the laws of physics for Tomba doesn't work in the game. Like, there are moments where he's jumping from this one place to this place, and I feel like those are one of the classical games or classical moves that somehow disappeared from all of the brand new games nowadays. Yes, we have Assassin's Creed, but I feel like Assassin's Creed, me being a fan of it, I feel like that game is way too serious, and I do take it serious when I'm playing that game. But when you're playing Tomba, there's so many events going on in the map, and I feel like you're trying to do every single thing in one go, and that's kind of how fun the game is. It's not stressful. It's not trying to make you do things that you don't want to do when you want to do something else. You have to do this. No, you can do it on different times. You can do them in any order and just complete missions on your own terms. All in all, I truly believe that the Tomba franchise was a really good addition to the PlayStation 1 roster of games, and unfortunately, it's sad to say that I've only known Tomba 1 and 2 for the life of me. I'm not sure, nor have I done my research, if they created a Tomba 3 or 4, which would really make me sad, because even sadder actually, because most of the games that they create in Japan, the chances of our getting that imported to the North American side is slim. And if they do release a Tomba 3 and 4 and we never got it, that's just even more sadder. And it's even more sad to know that we were already on the brand new generation of PlayStation, which is PlayStation 5, and we've not seen Tomba at all. Not even on the PlayStation 2, not even on the PlayStation 3, 4, now we're in 5, and I have not seen anything much like Tomba, to be honest. And that's just really sad to say. But unfortunately, we can still enjoy the classics, and if you somehow manage to get a hand on the original Tomba or Tomba 2, keep it, guys, because letting this go now would mean you have to pay more later on if you're trying to re-add it back to your collection. I just happened to stumble upon it when I was searching through the website of Goodwill, and there it was, and it's in a complete set of the entire CD. So I ended up winning the bid, thankfully, but I'm just really happy that I got the Tomba 2 back into the collection, and I'd like you guys to join me in re-adding this back into my PlayStation 1 collection. there you have it, guys. That is Tomba 2 finally being re-added back into my PlayStation 1 collection. That really brings me lots and lots of joy to know that I've finally gotten it back. And now I'm still thinking there was a ton of games that I had to let go on the PlayStation 1 that I truly regret letting go, and I'm gonna try my best to try and re-add them back into my collection, and can't wait to show you guys what I add back next. Until then, thank you so much for joining me for Video Games Lost and Video Games Regained video. Until then, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Until then, later.